tackle this monstrosity. Elena is trying to take a nap. If you hear the music going, I'm sorry, I have to have it kind of loud to try to drown out Kaleb, because unfortunately Kaleb did not want to do quiet time in his room like he normally does. Two, that's what he's supposed to do. He goes in his room and we close the door and he can play, do whatever it is that he wants to, because Elena is trying to take a nap. That's just something that he has to do. And normally I don't have a problem with him, but because of some of the new techniques that the therapist is having us do, has led to a really big problem. Normally, when we buy toys, we buy the same exact things. One's for him, one's for her. And we bought them these magnetic tiles that from Amazon. There's 20 of them. We gave 10 to her, 10 to him. And we separate. We don't let them build things together. He keeps his, she keeps his. Because we already know, we've been doing this long enough to where we know that Kaleb is the type of child that everything is his. If he wants something, he automatically takes it from Elena. It's even if it's not her stuff, even if it's like my stuff, if he wants it, it's his. And God forbid that we take it from him or anything like that. Like, if he wanted my phone and I told him no, that he can't have it because that's mommy's phone, all hell will break loose and he starts throwing a temper tantrum, kicking, yelling, screaming, saying that no, that phone is his and I better give it back to him. So because of some of the things that the therapist was having us do this morning during our therapy session, he now thinks that all of those blocks are his and Elena cannot play with them. She cannot have them. If she touches them, going crazy. So because of all of the madness that's been going on today, he has lost. He's messing with the door, trying to open it up slowly because he thinks he's being slick. So leave the door alone. So anyhow, he's got me all flustered and frustrated now. So anyhow, between all the madness this morning, he has managed to lose one of them. I don't know where it is. I've looked in all the normal places. I don't know where it is. So we're only missing one. You know, there's 20 pieces, so we're only missing one. And I know it's his that's missing because he has been complaining for the past couple hours that his purple triangle is missing. And so I know that it's his. So she has all of hers. All of hers was on her bed. Well, not all of them, because he actually ended up having the majority. She only had like five little blocks. So I know his is the one that's been missing because, you know, obviously. And the one that was in her bed was the purple one. So she had her purple. So I told him, I said, look, you lost yours. I'm sorry. But while Sissy is taking a nap, I will let you have her purple. And then when Daddy gets here, Daddy can actually help me take your bed apart, which is pretty much flipping his bed up and seeing if maybe it got stuck up underneath the mattress. I can't really do that because my arms are kind of short and it's hard for me to maneuver in there, or at least do this by myself, because this is actually kind of a thick, heavy mattress, so I can't really lift it by myself. So I always have to have a line to help me. And so he didn't like that. He did not like that. He wanted all of them. And I told him, you cannot have all of them because these are sissies. I'm allowing you to have Sissy's purple while she's sleeping. Well, he didn't like that. He wanted all of them because, according to him, they're all his blogs. Sissy can't have any, and she better not touch them again. Which is why we do the toys and separate his and her toys, because if we don't distinguish to him that his and hers, everything is his, and if she goes to play with toys that we specifically bought for her, baby dolls, anything pink or purple, he'll let her play with it for like an hour, and then it's automatically his, and it ends up being a fight because he takes all of her toys away from her, and it just becomes a big problem. And I tried explaining that to a therapist, and she said that she understood, but we need to kind of start trying to implement, okay, yes, these are your toys, these are hers, but let's bring them together and do something different. Let's bring all of the blogs together and build something even bigger. But when you want to play with your own blogs and you're separate, you're not playing together anymore, there's a difference. But again, it's created a problem because his brain doesn't think that way. His brain doesn't function that way. And now, I'm about to do this. He's in his room. He's at the door. He's doing timeout. He's in there kicking and screaming, which is we pretty much, when he's in timeout, we let him do all of that. He can yell and scream into his bed, his mattress, pillow, whatever. He can hit his pillow, hit his mattress, do all of that stuff because we're letting him get his frustration out. And he can pretty much say and do whatever he wants to in his room when he's in timeout. The only thing is the fact of Elena is on the couch trying to take a nap, but considering he is literally standing at the door, and then for those of you that may not know, for RVs, all of the doors, it's either at the top or the bottom. There's about, a couple inches, a gap between the bottom or the top of the door to the floor or the ceiling. It's for air circulation, for that ventilation. And so he is literally laying on the floor, yelling out from underneath the door because our gap is at between the floor and, the door and the floor. So he's literally sitting there screaming, and he is yelling and screaming, keeping her up, keeping her from being able to take a nap on purpose. I mean, he's 4, but he is smart, and he does certain things like that, and he does it on purpose. Because he's in there saying, Lena, let me up. Lena, let me out. Lena, come open up the door, because he wants her to get up and go let him out. So he is talking to her and yelling and screaming, keeping her from taking a nap. Because he just he's in this mood to where he wants to be ugly. He wants to be hateful. And he was doing so good this morning while, we were on the phone with the therapist, even a little bit afterwards. I got on TikTok a little while ago, before lunch, and I did a small little live. I did my very first live ever on TikTok. And they were sitting there, they were talking with me, they were, all of this stuff. But when I went to turn it off, because I guess I wasn't interesting enough, so, I ended up having not anybody in there for a few minutes. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just turn it off. That's fine. I'm not worried about it. It's my very first one, and I really don't know how to work the live yet. So it was a learning experience. He went completely batshit crazy. Sorry. I was trying not to cuss. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That is my bad. I sincerely apologize. But he's went completely crazy. Everything is his. He doesn't want to listen. like, he does not want to listen. I would like to be able to just sit the camera there by the door and let y'all listen to him, but I don't know if YouTube would take that down or anything like that. I don't know how YouTube would view that, but I really wish y'all could hear what he's doing. I wish I could actually show what it is he's doing, but actually physically showing you guys, that is something that I cannot do because of the guidelines for YouTube. When it comes to kids and YouTube, you have to be very, very careful with what you do and how you handle certain situations. That's why if they get to be so crazy, now that we've got this program, I edit a lot of that stuff out, because if I don't, then YouTube will take the videos down, and if I keep doing it, that'll eventually get me shut down, and that's the last thing I want, is to get shut down because I'm trying to be as transparent as possible, but they view it as not being transparent. They see it as being abusive or whatever the reasoning may be. So I really wish I could actually show you guys, but unfortunately I can't. Letting y'all listen to it, I don't know how YouTube would view that, so I'm not even gonna try it. That is what's going on at this particular moment. I am completely crazy. Like, I'm not crazy, but like I'm just like right now, because he has got me. He has made my anxiety just through the roof. Like, I'm sure, like, God is in heaven sitting here going, holy shucks, I can't even see where her anxiety level is at. You know, that's how I feel right now. So, I am trying to calm down, and kind of talking and doing this does help, because I'm able to talk about it and get it out of my system. So he's still in there. This has been going on for probably about like 20, almost 30 minutes, and he's still just sitting there, and they're yelling and screaming, throwing a fit. Let me out. I said, let me out. So, yeah. It was a good day, and then it turned into not so great of a day. And it's going to end up being like this until Elaine gets home. And, Elaine disciplines, but Elaine is not really the one for... He tries to talk to him. But talking to him, because he won't shut his mouth and be quiet long enough to actually listen. Like, the whole entire time you're trying to talk to him, he's constantly talking about something completely different. So he can't actually hear and listen. He can't understand what you're saying, because he's literally talking over you. And so it kind of creates a problem. But, you know, Elaine wants to sit down. He wants to sit him down, and he wants to talk to him, which is fine, which is great, and I love that. But it doesn't really work. Although, corporal punishments like timeout, corner, switches, belts, that type of thing, they don't really work either. We have actually really not found any type of like a punishment that has actually worked, if that makes sense. You know, because when he hits, he kicks, you got to get onto him. You have to, and I know that it's kind of a harsh word, but you have to punish them. You know, put them in the corner, put them for timeout, trying to teach them and show them, okay, you don't like the corner? Okay, well then don't hit again. You know, but we have not actually found that thing that actually works. It seems like everything we do makes it worse, but we cannot allow bad behavior to go. I really don't know another word to say other than punishment or a consequence. You know, there's a consequence to every bad action. You know, so you know we have to show them and teach them that, okay, if you do something bad, there is a consequence to that, and you're not going to like the consequence. You know, but for him, we have not been able to find that consequence that gets in there and says, oh, I better not do that again, because I don't ever want to do this consequence again. We've never been able to find that. So there's my little rant. I'm going to go check on her, and then I'm going to tackle the bedroom, and I'm going to do